first one's my favorite. So anyway, I built this crazy gaming computer, and it needs an upgrade pretty bad. It got really badly infected a few years ago, so I was able to remove I believe it might have been a rootkit, which is a particularly nasty infection, and viruses and things like that. I used all these different programs to remove the viruses and all the problems, which I did. I lost some admin rights in the process, and my sound, I could not bring my sound back for some reason, so rather than reformat my current gaming rig and start over again, I would just build a whole new one. So I'm going to show you the different parts, and it's actually a pretty easy process. I was able to power up my computer on the first try, so that was one of the more prouder moments of my life. That was like a total Frankenstein moment. Hey. Sorry for the earthquake. Psst, want to make an appearance? Or do you just want to knock the camera over? Anyway, so I'll start with basically the brain of the computer. Processor, or the CPU. So this is an Intel Series i5 core processor. For comparison, my old processor is an Intel quad-core processor at 2.4 gigahertz. This one is at 3.2. I believe it's also a quad-core, even though it no longer says that. Unfortunately, we seem to be hitting the ceiling in terms of processing power, but quantum computing opens up a whole new realm of possibility. I'm sorry, this thing is not focusing well, but you can see it here. So it's this big unit. You plug it into your motherboard, which I'm going to go over that shortly. This is basically the brain of the computer, and sometimes when it's really thinking and processing hard, it gets really hot, as most electronics do. PlayStation as an example. The PlayStation 3s, they did not use a good thermal paste, which helps disperse the heat that's generated. And apparently a lot of the PlayStation 3s, a cheap thermal paste was used. So a lot of people had issues with the PlayStation unit. those things require RAM and processing speed too. So 8 gigabytes. Obviously, you know, most computers you can really jack them up these days. I mean that in a good way. You can really build some incredible powerhouses. But the thing is, unless you're doing like video editing or playing 2 games at once, which sounds awesome. But this is Corsair Vengeance 8 gigabytes, so in theory I could get 16. I could even go crazy and get 32. However, am I really going to use that? Am I really going to use all that power? Probably not. So, and it's expensive too. I mean, this technology's been around for a while. I mean, in terms of, you know, 4 gigs was the standard for a long time. Now it's double that. Now you could even say it's 16 for avid gamers and designers and artists and people making videos. But hell, I'll take it. Okay, so I'm gonna wait on this one. So I love this box. This is my motherboard. Yay. Okay. So in my old computer, I had a motherboard that was okay. Some of the USB ports on it didn't really work well, so that kind of turned me off. Apparently, I've never gotten any hardware from Gigabyte, but apparently they're a very reputable brand. Actually, the first computer I ever built was back in 2008. I got a bunch of parts from Newegg, and the funny thing is, I really can't believe how technology, I mean, the price, how it changes, you know, once new technology comes out, it's pretty expensive, but if you just give it a few months or years, like for example, when I got my first computer, I was showing you the RAM earlier, I paid $63 for 512 megs of RAM back in 2008. The RAM I showed you earlier, I paid $80, and that's 8 gigs. So 512 megabytes back then was $63, and now, 6 years later, for $13 more or $17 more, I'm getting 8 gigs. That's really insane. But this is a piece of technology that's not quite cheap yet. It's starting to get there, and the technology is becoming more stable. It's a solid state drive, and from the reviews that I was reading on Newegg, apparently Intel is one of the best companies or brands if you're going to get a solid state drive. So, another one is Samsung. I actually think, yeah, the current hard drive I've had for the past 6 years is Samsung. It's a 320 gig regular spinning platter hard drive, as they call them. And of course my battery's dying. Okay. So I'm going to do kind of unbox this, even though the box is really already open. I like the way a lot of packing companies are not using styrofoam anymore, because that stuff takes a long time to biodegrade. A lot of companies are using air, packaged air, which it's still plastic, but at least, you know, you can kind of reuse it. So it's not like totally harmful. Well, the plastic you can recycle in the air. You can recycle that too. So, alright. Okay. I love this box. It's like slightly raised. Well, slightly three-dimensional. So, regular spinning platter hard drives are slower. You write and you read from them slower. Write to them and read from them slower. Solid states are lightning fast, so in the past, if it took you, 4 minutes to boot up your computer, it'll probably take like 30 seconds now, maybe even less, depending on your setup. And I made sure to go through a lot of reviews, and I built like a big wish list and then whittled down what parts I really wanted based on what I was looking for, what I was willing to spend, and reviews and ratings. So some guy swears by Intel. He builds like 250 desktops a year, and he said that Intel makes a very solid, tough as nails, solid state hard drive, and said he's been using them for years with no issues. He said if you're gonna go the distance, just pay a little bit extra and get an Intel. But I was reading a lot of good reviews about the Samsung drives too. So, I will definitely let you know how everything turns out and what parts I can recommend in the future once I actually This motherboard is freaking beautiful. Oh my god, I can't deal with it. My last motherboard was pretty nice, but it's ultra durable. It's just, I was actually talking with my boyfriend last night, and it's like, these things are goddamn works of art. I look at all the little electrodes and the wiring, just all these super tiny parts, just the sheer complexity of what this baby can actually do, and what it does when you're running your computer and playing video games and, processing information is just, it's like, we really are living in the future. I mean, we were saying, like, oh god, something of this complex nature, something this powerful. I'm surprised it's not like thousands or millions of dollars. Like, this was $160. So, this is where the brain goes. So, I was worried because the processor didn't come with thermal paste, or so I thought, and I was like, oh no, I can't start working on this computer until I get that, so now I gotta order something else and spend more money. Turns out the processor actually has the thermal paste already applied to it. You just have to pop on the chip, so that's good. The thermal paste, again, that disperses the heat evenly, because the CPU generates just incredible amounts of heat and will fry itself out. If you don't have good air circulation in your machine, the more fans the better, really, as long as they're directing air in a good current, circulating it well and dispersing all the heat evenly. But the thermal paste is good for that. Really shouldn't have I couldn't even have a CPU without it. Now, I actually have what's called a 2-pole CPU cooler, and it's on my current processor, which is a 2.4 gigahertz Intel Q6600. And I was like, oh, I can just transfer it. Unfortunately, I can't. If I wanted to get a 2-pole CPU cooler, I'd have to go buy another one, because it won't fit my motherboard or my processor. It's a different socket. It's LGA 775, and my current motherboard and processor are both 1150. So, and then I also found out that I didn't even need it originally. I went all, no expense spared. When I built my last computer, and I ended up dropping over $2,200. This one I'm only spending $800. And it's way more powerful, so it's kind of cool. I love this. Just want to get some crinkly noises out of it. This is the faceplate that goes over the ports, so you have all the motherboard ports. All the little round ones, those are, for like sound, if you have surround sound or just a regular speaker setup, you would use those. Microphone, those kind of ports. There's, for regular VGA and then HDMI. But why on earth would you use regular VGA? HDMI all the way, baby. Obviously for your Ethernet. And what I love about this is there's a ton of USB 3.0 ports. And then there's a couple regular USB 2.0. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of sad that I'm excited about having USB 3.0, but all of this is a step up from my current machine, which is still running. It's great. I have no problems with it, but I got it really infected and lost a lot of admin rights. I lost my sound, and the hard drive is really full. You're supposed to leave about 10% of your hard drive free, and at one point, it's a 320 gig hard drive, and at one point, I only had 600 megabytes free. My computer was like choking and dying, so twice the RAM, so that's cool. My old graphics card, just to give you an idea, I think it was only 512 megabytes of RAM for the graphics card. It was in a GeForce 8800 GTS, which was almost top of the line when I bought it. This has 2 gigs of RAM. It's the GeForce GTX 550 Ti. Here are the cables that come with it. So I have an 850 watt power supply in my current computer. I'm just gonna transfer it, but the thing looks like a freaking octopus. It's got so many giant cables coming off of it, but that's basically what feeds the power into the motherboard. And I guess for lack of a better comparison, you can think of the motherboard as the spine and nervous system of your computer. It also provides all the power, so really, well, directly and indirectly. So now graphics cards come with their own fans now because they generate so much heat and they're so powerful. Again, I'm still gonna have like 5 fans throughout my computer, but it's so intricate. I love it. I get so excited. I'm like, oh man, just looking at this. It's so cool. Knowing that this is so precisely engineered. I don't know. I kind of wish I knew more. Like, although I understand hardware, I still don't understand the mechanics and, you know, the actual processes that provide energy and allow these components to work and communicate and send information in the form of light and all that. I don't understand it. But the fact that we're doing it is still mind-blowing. Like, my dad we always had computers in the house growing up. I remember my dad dropped like 3,000 or 4,000 on a gateway back in the early 90s. Back in the days when I used to do a little dance in hopes that my AOL would connect because it was so hit or miss. Sometimes it would connect, sometimes it wouldn't. And most of the time it wouldn't. So, this is EVGA. I like their brand. I like EVGA. I think, I'm pretty sure the graphics card I had before was NVIDIA. Really, they're all fine. Apparently, there are a lot of brands out there now that I'm not familiar with. Like, I'd always known the main brands for computer parts. Like, there's Acer, there's Asus, there's Intel, Samsung, there's NVIDIA, there was always Corsair and Kingston RAM. Yeah, so I've been branching out and trying to, you know, try some new brands and you know, experiment and see how things go with this one. And again, it's way cheaper than my last computer. Well, I'm using some of the parts over, like my surround sound and I have a 24-inch Acer monitor. I can actually show you. My room's really a mess right now, but I will take you on a little tour really quick. Okay, so this is my current rig right now. Please don't mind the mess. It is really dirty. It is so dusty in there. You can see this big pumpkin thing right here. That's over my processor. That's the cooler. And of course, psst, psst, hey. Ooh, someone smells like tuna. so I'm trying to think if it can only recognize but still used it, or if it didn't actually recognize and use it. I'm not sure of that, but yeah, so I was kind of losing out on that. This is my current rig. It's silver and it lights up blue, which is pretty cool. Then of course all my parts over here. And it's so messy. This is where my tower was sitting. And there's my beautiful monitor. And you can see my BioShock Splicer poster. I love that monitor so much. And then of course I got a stack of games, The Sims. And there's my new baby. Oh man, it's gonna light up blue. It's so cool. It's NCXT. It's apparently a good brand, and it was only $70, and it's pretty highly rated. So, and then of course my motherboard. So that's pretty much a tour of my new computer, and I was thinking about recording the process of putting it all together, but as I recall, with my first computer it took several days. And then configuring the BIOS is probably going to be kind of boring, but hey, maybe it'll work for ASMR, so I'll see what happens if I decide to go ahead and record that. I may not, or I may, and then, you know, if it ends up being not ASMR quality, if it ends up not being relaxing and quiet and soothing, maybe I'll upload it to my other channel so you can at least see the process if you ever would like to build your own computer. And again, when I did this back in 2008, I just took a stab at it. I didn't have any help. I just spread out the parts on my brother's floor. I had, in his room, I had a little manual that I printed offline of, you know, very simple steps to building your own computer, you know, applying the thermal paste, installing the CPU, what components to install first, what not to do. And really, I powered it up on my first try. Of course, I couldn't get past the BIOS, the basic input-output configurations. I had to have a very tech-savvy friend help me with that. But really, it's so easy, anyone can do it. I really highly recommend giving it a shot if you'd like to try. And I'm using Newegg, and they have a program called Bill Me Later, so I have 6 months to pay off all the parts, and I calculated I'll